What's up, guys? It's time to laugh. Just kidding. It's time to giggle.
Yeah, I didn't hate that intro.
Welcome back to Giggly Squad. It has been a month.
No.
Yeah, it's been a month. Like, also, like, what is it? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it summer? Is it winter? What's happening? I guess that's what they call spring.
Okay, also, something's going on in my apartment where, like, the heat is on and I can't turn it off and I can't figure it out. So I've just been, like, my windows are open. And it's so loud. And it's just, like,
Oh, no.
first world
You're
problems.
like, sometimes I miss my little studio.
Sometimes I do. If you don't subscribe to our Patreon, you're really missing out because let me tell you something. This is my makeup from last night. Is it not stunningly still on? Look at that winged eyeliner.
I'm obsessed.
She's still there.
You actually have the most beautiful glow of hungoverness that I've ever seen.
I woke up this morning and I was on Instagram and I accidentally like swiped over and it was like my face and I was like, oh my God, she's stunning. What happened? And I just didn't. It's horrible to sleep in your makeup, but sometimes you just like, oh, you have to.
If the makeup's good, sleep in it so you don't have to do it the next day and you actually save time. And with that time, you could do so much. Join a pyramid scheme, start a business.
Do it. I have brunch after this and let me tell you something. I might not wash it. I might just add to it.
Just do a little touch up and you're good.
Yeah,
Get the
who
grease
cares?
out.
No one will know.
I had a full-on fight with an Instagram filter.
You did?
Yesterday. Full-on fight.
Who won?
Lisa Rinna sent me her new lip kit, Rinna Beauty.
Ooh.
And it's really chic and black, and it gives you like a lipstick, a lip gloss, and a liner. So it's kind of like one-upping Kylie's lip kit.
We love a trio.
We love a trio. I loved it, but then I wanted to post it, but I was kind of looking like crap. And I was like, let me see what filters are on. There's a filter called Sasha_soul_art where like I looked so cute that I was like angry. So then I posted it and then I was like, this is what I really look like. And because it takes away your freckles, it takes away like everything. And I just wanted people to be like, look, that girl you're jealous of, she hates herself too.
Yeah.
I kind of like, you don't do filters for front page news, do you?
No, just OG Paris filter.
Are you tempted ever? Like, do you ever look and be like, I should do a filter?
No, because I always look like crazier. This is such a good... Can I talk? Oh my God, I literally just had a brain aneurysm. No, I think I just had a stroke.
You're just hungover.
I think I just had a stroke. Guys, it's not funny. Oh my God, that was so scary. I literally, my brain was like, talk, and my body was like, no.
Your brain moves too fast for your mouth, and then you're just like,
yeah. I was just like, what? Okay. One of my girlfriends always will use this one filter and like send pictures on Instagram, whatever. And the one night we were out to dinner, and she was like, let's take a picture, and we did it. And she put the filter on, and I was like, I look insane.
You look like an alien.
You know,
because your eyes are naturally big, and it like makes your eyes bigger.
And I looked at her and I go, you know who else looks insane? You. And she was like, what? That's so mean. And I was like, you're so pretty though.
Yeah.
This filter actually makes you look uglier. Like you're prettier in real life. Like,
well, you just look like a generic filtered girl with it. And also, guys, you're training your brain to think that's good. Where like, you ever not wear makeup for a while and then you start actually loving that natural look? Yeah. So guys, just stop with the filters. I'm over it. Paris is okay though. Giggly Squad approves Paris.
I've also been drinking chlorophyll water.
Is that black?
Yeah. Well, it's like dark green.
Does it like get in your teeth? It's a dark teal.
If you drink too much, people say it will stain your teeth, but I was like looking it up, and a lot of people will take like a shot of it and then like rinse out your mouth. Or I've been like drinking it with a straw. It's supposed to have like it's supposed to like reset your insides. So one girl, I was reading an article and a girl was like, I haven't gotten my period in so long, and I started drinking it and my period went back to being like normal, which is interesting. It's supposed to be really good for your skin.
When you say it like resets your insides, it like takes out your intestines, unwinds them, cleans them out, puts them back in.
Yeah.
I love that. I remember there was a phase. Chlorophyll was like a phase for a second, but maybe it's in right now. I don't really jump on the fads like you do, so just keep us posted so I don't have to try it.
I'll keep you posted for sure. Before we do advice, let me tell like a quick like little dating story that I find very funny.
I'm obsessed. Let's go.
Okay, so a bunch of my friends flew in to New York this weekend from like LA and from Miami. So like we've been doing like a dinner every single night, whatever. So Thursday night we go to dinner for one of my girlfriend's birthdays. And I proceed, as a good friend should, to get absolutely blacked out at this dinner. And I'm drinking and I'm having fun and I'm texting this guy that I like kind of like. And I don't know, I think we're having a good conversation. Like I can remember seeing his name pop up on my phone and like me smiling. And that's really all I remember of what was said.
Cute.
Yeah, it's just cute. After I'm like done drinking and like I'm back home, I get the most anxiety that like everyone hates me.
I get it.
So I deleted my text thread with him because I was like, I can't even look at it. Like I can't look at it. I text my group chat and I'm like, hey, did I do anything bad? Does everyone hate me? And everyone was like, what are you talking about? Like, no, you're fine. So then the next morning, I was like, oh my God, what did I say to this guy? Like, should I text him and like see if everything's all good? Like, whatever. So I text him and I'm just like, hey, I was so up last night. And he goes, wow, are you saying that because of everything you said last night? And I start internally freaking out. And I'm like, my thumbs, I'm like, I can't even type right now because I don't know what I'm going to say back. And then he sends another text message and says, all good because I feel the exact same way. And like, it was so much fun. And it was the biggest sigh of relief.
But don't you want to know what you said that he's agreeing? Why not?
No.
Why not? I want receipts, bitch. I want receipts.
No, I don't want to know. No, I told my girlfriend Alexa and she goes, well, is it not on your laptop? How can we not find it? I go, no, I deleted it because I got so nervous. So I think that he likes me back, but I don't know what we said. I have no idea.
This is like those people who don't save people's numbers, but I'm like, no, you have to save it so you know when to not answer them.
Yeah.
But I just love for you that you're having wholesome late night text messages that are making people smile, and in the morning they don't all hate you. Because I wake up a lot of mornings and, you know.
Hate yourself?
Am I okay? Okay. Let's do some advice, and then we're going to get into front page news, and it's getting wild up in here. Someone said that their ex-boyfriend keeps coming into the restaurant that they serve at. No. What do they do?
Is she like, oh God, does she have to be his server?
I feel like this is a communication time to be like, hey, unless this is the only restaurant in town, like, it's kind of weird.
Unless every other restaurant is on fire.
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming? I think this is like, you tell your manager, like, hey, this guy is like so annoying. When he comes in, like, can someone else please do his table and like act like he does not exist, like, while you're there. And then I would send a text being like, dude, figure it out. Like, stop. This is my place of work and like, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah, I'd ignore him completely the first time. Or even like a smile, hi, no drama. And then if he comes in again, it's kind of like, hey.
That's also like a little bit stalkerish.
It is.
Here's the thing that really annoys me is like, girls can do anything because we're smart and we're just good at stalking. Like, but we get called crazy. Guys do shit like this and like,
yeah, it's like romantic or like they're just confused. They don't get it.
Yeah.
Look, I thought this through. Spit in the bread, spit in the olive oil, spit in the balsamic, mix it up for him and say, thanks for coming.
Thank you. I'd love to know how much he's tipping.
Ooh, any tips for when arguing a point with a stubborn boyfriend? How can you make them hear your point of view? As someone who is a stubborn person.
I thought you were going to say, as someone who is in a relationship. I was going to be like, this fucking bitch.
Because you have good advice for this too. Because I think we're both pretty stubborn.
Yeah.
You have to make it so the argument is not your team versus his team. You have to remind yourselves that like you're on the same team and you both get positivity out of getting out of this like discussion together. So it's never like I'm right, you're wrong. I mean, I've never said sorry more than I have in this relationship because I actually love him.
Wow.
When you love someone, it's Paige, nothing is worth it. Like a little thing happens and you're just like, I am so sorry. And he's like, yeah, me too. Literally, I've never apologized more in my life. Other guys would like get pissed off about something. I'm like, then go. Then block me and leave me alone.
Yeah, my advice was going to be like, just break up with him. Just leave him. Yeah. Perry was very stubborn. Like, he was very stubborn, and I was too. And that's why we're not together. Ugh, one of my friends just texted me that, like, I know I'm going to be late for brunch, and he's already stressing me out about it. And sorry, that made me lose my train of thought because it really stressed me out.
Wait, but like if you're late for brunch, what happens? You lose your spot?
He literally said, don't be caught at a loser table if you're late for brunch.
Say, save me a seat, bro. Put a French toast in it.
But I've been late to every single event that we've had, every single dinner we've had this weekend. I've been 20 minutes late to it. I've been having outfit problems. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I've never been on time for anything, so I'm not judging.
I might just skip the brunch.
Be like, then I'm not going at all. No, like that kind of pressure. I hate that shit.
I hate it.
There's bad energy around the event now.
Yeah, now I'm so nervous about it. And there's no way I'm going to be on time because I'm not even close to being ready. I have my makeup on from last night.
Actually, you are close to being ready because you have your makeup on from last night. But people don't understand. You have to show up with like a look, and that takes time and effort.
Yeah.
Paige, I know what you were saying, and I'm just going to explain what you were going to say. Because you were basically like, I don't get into fights with relationships, and I never did either because I always wanted to be just like the cool, easygoing girlfriend because that's what society wants you to be. Because everyone's just like, don't be the crazy one. Don't be, you know, when you want someone so bad and you're not really connecting, you think you could like trick it and like act a type of way to make it happen. But Des was the first. I mean, I called him every night sobbing. Yeah. Like most people would not have done that when they're trying to get a boyfriend. But the thing is, I wasn't trying to get a boyfriend.
You were just being yourself. I had a conversation with one of my girlfriends about this. Like, I'm so sick of being like the cool girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, it's totally fine. Like, you go like out with your friends and like you do that. And like, yeah, you don't want to date. You just want to like hook up. Yeah, for sure. Like, just like do your thing. I'm a cool girl. Like, I don't care about anything. Yeah. I like try and act like a boy. I'm like, I don't, do whatever you want. And I'm done with it. I'm so sick of it.
Well, that's what like last summer, not this last summer, the previous summer with Luke was like, I literally was just like, I want this dude. And it made things so confusing when like, then the way our relationship was playing out was not based on, and it was all based on emotions. And then everything gets confusing. So it's like boundaries are super important because if you don't have them, people will take advantage of it.
Oh my God. I've been like strung along by like the same guy for year now, I feel like. Just because I was like, yep, cool, for sure. And now I'm just like, ugh, I hate myself.
And then it's hard to have boundaries. Then you get animosity towards them. And then you're mad that they didn't read your mind. And then they're like, well, you didn't say anything. And you're like, ugh. Okay, I have a really fun question.
Okay.
How to flirt with the shy boy. Which, in my past life, I love the shy man.
Really?
I love the shy mans. Oh, my God. When there's the one guy at the party who's just like super confident and doesn't need to be like the center of attention, and he's just like hot and like might not know how hot he is. Oh my God.
Wait, are we talking like okay, hold on, wait. I need to know the difference. Are we talking like the shy man who isn't not shy, but like doesn't talk a lot, but is like super hot and like the really cool one of the group, but just like chills in the back, like whatever? Yeah. Or are we talking like the shy man who's like also nerdy? Like,
I think both. I think it's both. My thing is, shy guys does not mean they don't have a personality. Shy guys means they're listening, which I don't know what that feels like to not blurt out every inappropriate thought that comes in your brain, but that makes me intrigued by them. So you have to approach them, which is totally cool. And then like I find the shy guys you get like the funniest banter with, because once you can break them, you feel it's like a cat. When a cat finally sits on your lap, you're like, you don't do this for everyone, but you're doing it for me. So like you have to just work on them and like they have to trust you before they show themselves. Where other people are like me, like me, like me, like me.
Yeah, I definitely go for the like me guys. Like I go for the loudest guy in the room.
You go for the loudest party guy. Yeah. But sometimes those guys are overcompensating for like deep insecurities.
You think?
As someone who is the loud one in the room. Oh. Explain what it means when a guy says you intimidate them. It means he thinks he's not good enough for you.
Yeah, he knows that like you're way cooler. Yeah, that's his own thing. That's some small dick energy. But sometimes it's flattering, but then but then it gets to a point where if he says that to you like enough, I personally start to get turned off. Not because like I'm intimidating. I love that. Like I love being like a strong that like guys are like nervous around. But it starts to turn me off because I'm like, oh, now maybe this is just because like I get turned off by sensitive feelings, which is not great. But it starts to turn me off because I had this one guy being like, do you even like me? Do you even want to hang out with me? Like, okay, I guess we're never going to talk again. And I was like, oh.
Well, he's acting insecure.
You're acting so insecure. Yeah. And it was such a realization for me because I'm like, wow, how many guys have I talked to before that I've been like, hey, like, okay, like, do you still want to? Like, we totally don't have to if you don't want to. Or just like that. And I'm like, oh, what a turn off. And I feel like it's the same for girls and guys.
I totally agree. Also with the intimidate me comment, it's like if a guy says you intimidate him, it's actually planting a seed in your head to tell you to shine less bright, and that means you have to burn his house down.
Oh, see, like I like if I was talking to a guy and he was like, you're so intimidating, I would like that initial thing.
Okay, that's a flirt moment. That's a flirt moment.
Yeah, that's a flirt moment.
But if someone legit is like, you're just like really intimidating, I'm like, grow up.
Yeah.
Grow up. Take off your backpack, you kid. Throw you into a locker.
The holiday season can be stressful, but not with Nordstrom. They have a gift for everyone on your list, including yourself. Discover the best gifts and party dresses for festivities this holiday season. Get festive fashion advice from Nordstrom experts for free in stores, online, and the Nordstrom app. They have gifts for everyone. Stocking stuffers, gifts under $100, gift cards. Give whoever is on your list the perfect gift. The gift of choice. Gift cards let them explore Nordstrom on their own time. Explore more at Nordstrom in stores or online at Nordstrom.com or download the Nordstrom app.
If you're looking for stocking stuffers or the perfect set, then Way has something for everyone during Cyber Week sale. It's their biggest sale of the year, and you'll save 20% off site-wide from November 26th to December 2nd. I have pretty much every Way product there is, and I love all of them. Some of my favorites are their detox shampoo and their leave-in conditioner. I do a lot of things to my hair, so I always have a lot of product, a lot of damage. So the detox shampoo cleanses product buildup, hard water deposits, dirt, oil, other impurities, and it's safe for all hair types, including color-treated hair. And then their leave-in conditioner really helps hydrate and fight frizz for every hair type. And I definitely love a leave-in conditioner, especially if I'm doing a slick back bun. And if you're buying for someone else, whether your person has fine, medium, or thick hair or multiple hair concerns, Way's got you. There's so many ways to save this holiday. Thanks to the Cyber Week sale at Way from November 26th to December 2nd, go to THEOUAI.com for 20% off site-wide from November 26th to December 2nd when you enter promo code Giggly. That's THEOUAI.com for 20% off with promo code Giggly. I'm always trying to get healthier, and whether it's your New Year's resolution or randomly during the year, you're like, this is the day I start to get healthier. Why don't you give Symbiotica a try next time? They're the only thing that I can always count on to consistently keep my health in check. They have these easy-to-take liposomal packets that make your supplements easy and quick to take. I genuinely trust Symbiotica with their ingredients, and there's so many supplements that contain harmful additives, but Symbiotica's products are made clean and with intention. They don't contain seed oils or preservatives. My favorite...
I have another question that adds on to that.
Okay.
3-year relationship. I'm 28. He's 30. He still won't meet my family or friends. What? He's married. This is the biggest red flag I've ever... And I'm very bad at seeing red flags.
3 years? What, do you guys live in a cave? How has he not met one friend?
Yeah. How have you not even run into someone at the grocery store?
What is going on?
So yeah, get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that.
No, he's married. He's married or he's a fugitive.
Yes. Yes. Or he's in witness protection.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something. He has a full family.
Yeah, full. Like, not just one kid, at least 3.
No, he's got at least 3. Yeah.
Okay, final toxic question for you.
Okay.
How to build a roster of guys? I'm clueless. Paige, take it away.
Okay. This is Roster 101.
This is a master class.
This is a master class. Okay, look. You can't just build a roster. It has...
You don't just build Mount Rushmore in a day.
Rome was not built in a day. Your roster is something that you take care of. Yes. You water it. You plant seeds. Okay? You have to really dive into it. Okay, here's the thing with like a roster. Sometimes you're really hot and everyone wants your pheromones. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're
sometimes they're in a slump. And sometimes you look at the roster and you're like, they're all injured.
I'm going to tell you something, though. I had a healthy roster, a really healthy roster.
Yeah.
And I would say I had like a rotating 3 to 4 at any given moment that like I could hit someone up. But this is crazy.
You burned some bridges?
I burnt like a few bridges, but all of them, every single one of them, there was not one of them that I wanted to be their girlfriend. And that's very important.
Yes.
So you can have a roster of however many you want, and it's super easy because you don't want to date any of them. I told all of them that. I said, look, I'll never be your girlfriend, but like we can kick it and it's fun. Mm-hmm. I have to get a restraining order on some. Like I feel like some of them, if you say that to a guy, he's going to be so obsessed with you, and it's so backwards, but it's just so true. And I recently cleared my roster because I was just like, oh, I'm like bored.
You nailed something. Your roster is not for guys you want to date.
No.
Like my thing is, I personally, it's hard for me to be charming and funny with more than 2 people a day. So like I can't handle a big roster. Unless I have no one, and then you're just going into your old mix. Like, I know in college I had a good roster because it takes time to accumulate. And then I moved from Wisconsin to New York, and I was like, I have no roster. So it takes time. But the people in your roster are not people you really love and care about.
And there's sometimes that I'm like, wait, am I hanging out with, like, this guy too much, and I don't even want to date him, and I'm going to miss, like, my real guy? And that gets in my head because I'm like, oh, am I not going out with my girlfriends where I could potentially meet someone because I'm hanging out with like this guy and I know I don't even really like this guy. So rosters are tricky, but what I do know is that if I were to meet someone who I really liked and like wanted to be their girlfriend, I would get rid of my roster. Like he wouldn't just be added on. He'd be like priority. He'd be number 1.
I think you also said something important, which is keep your roster fresh. If the guy's already like you're really sure you're not going to date him, I would get him off the roster. The roster needs to be new guys that you're like, you don't know how you feel, but you're figuring it out. Because then if you're just spending time to get male attention, you could potentially be with your girls, having real relationships with them, and potentially meeting someone new.
And don't underestimate the 3rd and 4th guy on your roster. Sometimes they come up to 1 and 2. You know, you don't give them enough attention as they deserve, and 1 and 2 will start to annoy you.
Step up their game.
And then they step up their game, and then they've mixed up the whole team.
I love that for 3 and 4. And also, what is the rules in letting guys know about your roster?
This is a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like a very real moment. I have always been the girl, deny till I die. Deny it till I die, unless you have a picture.
Because guys know you're lying.
For sure. But like, unless you have a picture of me, wasn't me. I don't know who she was. And people are like, we saw you. You were out to dinner with them. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about.
This is incredible advice, because if you try to make a dude jealous and be like, oh, Steve's texting me, he's going to hate it.
Immediately turned off.
And be so turned off.
Yeah.
But if he thinks that they can smell other men on you.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
not literally, not like you shower, but like they can smell other dudes who want you. Like, literally get a text and be like, who's that? And be like, oh, it's so annoying. Nothing.
Oh
my god, someone's being so annoying.
It's just like one of my friends, so annoying. And then flip your phone over.
Yep.
Be toxic. I don't care.
But this is the initial beginnings of relationships. This is not to have a long-term healthy thing with someone.
No.
But once you find out you like them, then you're like then you look him in the eye and you're like, I'm so into you. And he's like, I'm so into you. And then you start text him the rings. We talked about that. Next thing you know, give it 8 months. You're engaged.
And you're engaged. But this is the first time in my life that I like haven't played that game. Yeah. And I realized it's because like I didn't care about anyone I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I was very honest with everyone. Like, I was like, look, I don't think I'll ever be your girlfriend, but like, let's chill. Let's hang out. We have fun together. Like, let's do it. And every guy was like, what? Like, what are you saying?
They're experiencing what girls experience when guys immediately before they even know you're like, I'm not interested.
And like, usually I'm the type of person that's like dating and I like fall in love immediately. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I love them and I have to be obsessed with you for 4 months now until I get over it.
Yeah. But this is the thing with you. You fall in love with them and then you learn about them and then you get bored. But the guys who never let you learn about them and stay away, that's when you continue the cycle of obsession.
Yes, because you're fantasizing in your head what your relationship would be like, but that's not what it would have been like. You're literally making it up in your head.
And that is why situationships hurt so much more than real relationships, because real relationships, you've already been broken up for a year before the actual breakup. You've seen everything about them. You know their worst sides. But the guy who never fully lets you have him, you can fantasize and use rose-colored glasses to be like what it will be, when realistically, he probably sucks as a boyfriend and has intimacy issues.
Dude, it's actually so crazy. I had like one situationship, and I'm not kidding. It took me 5 months to get over it, maybe longer. I dated Perry for a year and a half. Maybe years. I dated Perry for a year and a half, and I was like, after a month, I was like, no, I know. It's crazy. That's such a thing. Like the guy that doesn't actually make you his real girlfriend, you fantasize fake scenarios of what it would be like if you guys were boyfriend and girlfriend. None of those are real, okay? None of those are real in your head. But it's so true that like you will end up with who you're supposed to end up with. Like the universe will do what it's supposed to do. And like you can't force any one person, because like
I used to get on the phone with dudes, make them laugh at all their stupid jokes, be so calm, they could do anything, I wouldn't care. Literally called Des every night having a full mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like people would say, this last summer was emotionally the worst they've ever seen me. That's when I found the love of my life.
Which is so funny. So hilarious.
Is it funny or sad? Is it?
What's the difference really?
Also, people do not give us credit where credit is due, where this last episode of Summer House, did you not see when I walked in when you guys were at the pool and I go, how y'all doing?
Wait. How y'all doing?
And you were like, hey,
I feel like the editors didn't realize that was a full TikTok moment.
Do you guys remember the TikTok when everyone's talking about her and they're just like, hey?
When Sierra said, what's up, you sleepy? Like, I loved it. I was like, wow, that was so authentic and so like her.
There's been a lot of accusations that Giggly Squad is bad for you and I'm bad for you. Do you have anything to say for a public service announcement?
It's true. I've been trying to get out of this friendship since I got into it.
People want to know if you're okay. Am I holding you hostage?
Imagine. Could you imagine? You just 365 me and you kidnapped me and you're like, you're going to be my friend and you're going to do this podcast with me.
Do this podcast.
I think everyone's crazy. Like, oh God, everyone's just out of their minds. Like, I love you, and I love Giggly Squad, and you can't tell me nothing. And that's it.
I just want to say that, granted, yes, I don't drink as well as Paige.
But
true. I do have to say, your most epic hot tub scenes, who are you with?
I was like, I don't know what you're saying, because there's 7 of you.
Someone wrote to me, they were like, it's so clear that Paige is so much more fun when you're not around. She was so funny in the hot tub. And I was like, with me.
You're like, I was the one talking to her.
Who do you think was setting her up? Who was giving her the alley-oop and then she was dunking? Who do you think? Do you have any front page news?
I do. Okay, let's do some front page news.
Can we discuss, first off, J-Lo and A-Rod? Why are you making that face?
Because I just like can't stand him. Dude, did you see the Instagram story he put up of like...
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so they broke up, obviously. And on his Instagram story, he was like doing this like panoramic shot of all of like pictures of them and like this thing of like their names written next to each other with a Coldplay song in the background.
Coldplay?
Yeah. And it was just like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing for you. This is embarrassing. It's kind of like when you're in like 8th grade and you break up with your boyfriend and you put like all these quotes on like your AIM away message. That was the vibe I was getting. I was like, this is embarrassing.
Was he trying to be like, I'm sad that we're not together anymore, or kind of like, oh, this was a beautiful time that I'm just celebrating?
No, I think it was like, I'm sad that like I want to get her back. But it's like,
well,
dude,
don't have FaceTime meetings with fitness blondes.
Right. And even though they like just announced it recently that they've been broken up, Page Six wrote an article that like they've definitely been broken up for a while because he is buying the Minnesota
Twins
Timberwolves.
Oh.
And
okay.
with like some other guy. And originally J-Lo and A-Rod wanted to buy the Mets together.
Oh, wow.
And she wasn't involved in like the Timberwolves thing. But people were saying like, if you own a team, you have to go to every home game. And people were like, maybe she doesn't want to go to Minnesota. And I was like, I know that's right.
It's not been the first time someone didn't want to. Okay. I don't want to say that I called it, but I didn't call it. I actually like saw it through, the gossipy things. But people were just like, look, they've been broken up. They didn't like how it dropped, and it was all about Madison. Like, J-Lo was not about to have her breakup be all about Madison. So they were like, they're going to wait a month and then break up amicably. So that's exactly what happened, like, on the dot. And they were like, yeah, we're still friends. We love each other. It's not working out. But you remember J-Lo and her Insta stories, like, being all, like, single. It just, celebrities, they're just like us.
No, they really are. Like, if there's people out there cheating on J-Lo and Beyonce, I'll just never get it through my head. I'll never get it through my head. But I feel like famous, also like A-Rod was an athlete. I think that's a different type of fame in terms of getting girls. I also feel like, I would love to date a Yankee, but why would I want to? And I'm about to say the most toxic thing ever. But like, I feel like being a professional athlete and being a Yankee, I think is a very different type of like fame in terms of like sports.
Yeah, it's power. And
it's
with
such
power comes like taking advantage of things, and it can be really hard to date a professional athlete.
Yeah. And I feel like, because I feel like they walk into rooms and like they don't have to spit game at girls. Like, they don't have to do anything.
No.
There's going to be 5 girls everywhere they go that they already know, like, yeah, I got this one. I can fuck this one.
I like my alone time, but I don't love the idea that like more than half of the year he's gone on the road, and then also everything is about like his sports. Not that like, no, yeah, I want all the attention, but it's like, I don't want he loses the game and then I have to deal with his crying ass like every other day when they lose, like especially the Mets. Like, if you're dating a Nick or a Met, it's like nonstop they're crying, and it's like, I don't know, get better.
I feel like athlete wives have
a different type of like
not as great of a life as, or not as great of a life as you would think they would have.
Yeah,
like I feel like they probably have to deal with a lot of.
It's a double-edged sword. Yeah, you get like to be with this like famous guys the worst sometimes.
Oh, did you know that Yeezy's Gap partnership is 10 years? I feel like that's excessive.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they did a trademark filing for their collaboration, which is going to include clothing, footwear, headwear, accessories, and bags. And the logo is the Gap logo, but instead of GAP, it's YZY. Kind of cool.
That's really cool. But yeah, 10 years is a lot.
10 years is a lot.
10 years? A lot.
A lot.
We just do that for the rest of the pod. 10 years? Long time.
10 years is a lot.
I've never done anything for 10 years.
I couldn't tell you something. I've
never consistently committed to one thing for 10 years. Not even drinking water.
Hannah, no. No. Have I had a friend? Yeah. No, I have.
But like,
I have
not
friends for longer
There's
than 10
been
years.
some like quiet time.
No. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God. Yeah, that's scary. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. With the season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything you wished for, from table games and jackpots to a slot at the top of everyone's list. Jingle bells, power reels. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code Giggly because the holiday cheer is here, only on DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. You've heard us talk about Roback before, but it's obvious that we love all of their stuff. Their new Clarity half zip hoodie and jogger set is perfect to do everything in: travel, lounge on the couch, run errands. It's an effortlessly versatile matching set that you've all been searching for. This holiday season, you can elevate yours and your loved one's wardrobe with winter essentials from Roback. Their Riviana fleece pullover is the perfect cropped pullover, has kind of a looser fit, but perfect, cozy, and chic. Whether you need gifts this holiday season or you need warm layers for yourself, you can use code GIGGLY for 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. That's 20% off hoodies, joggers, dresses, and more with code GIGGLY. It's almost that time of year where we're going to start thinking about our New Year's resolutions. And if one of yours is to crack down on your budget, then you need Rocket Money. Rocket Money's customized budgets help you better understand your finances and help you stay on track to meet your goals. They can track how many transactions you make each month, and you'd be shocked to learn that the average U.S. consumer makes about 70 payments per month. There's no way you can keep track of that all yourself. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that empowers you to save more, spend less, and take control of your financial life. With Rocket Money, you can see all of your checking, savings, credit cards, and investments in one convenient place, allowing you to understand your spending trends. And Rocket Money has over 5 million happy members and has saved its users over $1 billion across all of the app's features. Rocket Money will even negotiate lower bills for you, and sometimes by up to 20%. Saving money on a cell phone bill or cable bill and not having to deal with customer service, it's a dream come true. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Get Rocket Money today at rocketmoney.com/giggly squad. That's rocketmoney.com/giggly squad. rocketmoney.com/giggly squad.
This Black Friday, give yourself the gift you truly deserve: glowing, youthful skin with Medik8. Right now, enjoy 30% off site-wide during our Black Friday sale at Medik8. Medik8 combines cutting-edge science with luxury, using powerful ingredients like liquid peptides to deliver real results. Imagine looking in the mirror just 7 days after starting liquid peptides and seeing smoother, more youthful skin. Friends and family will notice the change, but most importantly, you'll notice. That's the transformative power of Medik8. Every Medik8 product is dermatologist recommended and rigorously tested so you can feel confident choosing what's best for your skin. Don't miss out. This 30% off Black Friday sale is only available online through December 3rd at medik8.us. That's MEDIK and the number 8.us. Shop now before it's gone.
What's next?
This is so cute. Okay, so Aiden Shaw from the city, that's not his real name. John Corbett is his real name. Corbett, sorry. Kept all the clothes from the city.
What?
And he said, yeah, like everything he wore on the show, he got to keep. And he was like, there's a pair of like Prada shoes that were $700 that he still wears.
That's
Isn't that
adorable.
Crazy? And obviously Sarah Jessica Parker got to keep all of her stuff, but she doesn't wear any of it. She has it in like a storage unit.
Oh, wow.
And she'll she kept it as like to go and like look at it. But if I was her daughter, I'd be like, unlock this immediately. I would, one of my life goals is to become friends with Sarah Jessica Parker and see inside that storage unit.
I mean, that stuff is probably worth so much on top of the fact that it's expensive designers.
That stuff just like excites me.
Also, people don't talk enough about Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband, Matt.
No, they don't.
His name Matthew?
Matthew Broderick is her husband.
They're adorable.
No, they're adorable. Have you ever seen them in New York?
Yes.
They are the quintessential New York City chic. Like, the way you would think Carrie Bradshaw would look on the street in New York in 2021 is exactly what she looks like. Like, her hair is usually like slicked back, or it's like messy down. She's usually like in all black sunglasses like walking. And she's best friends with Andy Cohen. That must be a really fun friendship. He was on In the City once.
Oh, he's been on everything.
He played a shoe salesman. Is that crazy?
Wait, Paige, are you Big or Aiden? Wait, let me guess, then you guess mine.
Wait. But yeah, okay, I have mine.
You're Big.
Yeah, for sure.
Who am I?
Aiden.
Yeah.
You want to like,
this is why we're best friends.
Yeah, like you want to go to his country home and like make pies. And I want Big to like cheat on me and then pull up in a limo and be like, get in, baby. And that's who we are as humans.
Oh my gosh, do we have any more stories?
Nah, nothing worthwhile.
Okay, well, I need to wrap up with my favorite part of Giggly Squad. It's my segment called Dope Ass Documentaries. Do you love?
She literally just made that up, but it's a great name. That's actually a great name.
Dope Ass Documentaries. Okay, first one.
What are you watching?
It's about WeWork on Hulu. Do you know anything about WeWork?
Yeah.
So, like, I worked in a WeWork. Betches was in a WeWork for a while. It's about how WeWork got this, like, crazy evaluation of, like, billions of dollars. And then it tanked. And it turns out the people involved in it, like, the head guy was kind of this, like, cult leader-esque, crazy, like, smoke and mirrors salesman. And it's good.
Wow. And that's on Hulu?
Hulu.
Is it one part, or is it... It's multiple episodes.
It's one movie.
One documentary. Got it. Okay.
I highly recommend it. And you kind of just see how this guy like came to New York, wanted his first business was like knee protection for kids who crawl, when like clearly kids have been crawling for a bazillion years and been fine with their kneecaps, but he was like trying to make a business out of it. And then he got WeWork, and it was a lot of shady stuff. And his wife is a cousin of Gwyneth Paltrow, and she comes from that like high society, like meditative energy type thing, and it shows how she affected it. Very interesting. Next, Tina Turner documentary. I don't remember what it's on. I think it's Hulu.
Did you love it?
Do you know anything about Tina Turner?
I know that she was in like was she in an abusive relationship?
Yeah, so she was with this guy Ike
Turner,
who it turns out was physically, mentally abusive. When she was very famous, literally had to escape from a hotel room to get away, got a divorce, and then in her 50s had a huge reemergence of her career, and like is incredible. Yeah, like her most famous songs were in her 50s after she escaped from Ike.
Also, who is naming their son Ike? Okay. Next.
And she found this guy who she's been with for like 30 years, and he's the cutest ever. Next, we have Demi Lovato, Dancing with the Devil.
Oh,
on YouTube.
I haven't seen it, but I've been seeing people post about it. I want to watch it. Was it good?
I just started it.
Okay.
I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, which makes me a little worried, but it's like her explaining. It's a lot of people talking about like Demi Lovato, and then she's in it. You know what? I didn't watch it. Okay. But I just want to let people know it's out there. Okay. Next we have and that's dope ass documentaries. Next, amazing. I believe this is Netflix, but I'm not sure. The Bee Gees documentary. Are you familiar with the Bee Gees?
Not
like
really.
Saturday Night Fever?
Okay. I know the song, but
More Than a Woman might have to be my wedding song. More Than a Woman. So theirs was wild because basically they got really famous, as this disco band. And then people started, you know, when things get too popular, then people hate them, kind of like Me on Summer House. So so yeah, when it becomes like a mass thing where everyone likes something, then people need to hate it. So people started to hate disco. Like they would like have like riots about like disco, like end disco.
Oh my god, calm down, everyone.
The Bee Gees like had to end their career because people started hating disco. But then they've written like every amazing song, you know. Okay, last one. Seaspiracy. Seaspiracy.
I want to watch it. I'm watching that tomorrow night.
You will not eat fish ever again, just warning you.
That's what someone said.
The main takeaway from it is that the whole like, straws and plastic bottles are ruining the ocean. Turns out that's like 5% of the pollution in the ocean, and 50% is from commercial fishermen and all that they do. But the commercial fishing industry is like so powerful, and things aren't as they seem with the oceans. But basically how we're all going to die if the oceans can't get their together, because we need the ocean. But the ocean can get it together real quick if we make some changes.
Sick. Okay. And that was Dope Ass Documentaries.
That was Dope Ass Documentaries, you guys. We love you so much.
Thank you so much for giggling with us.
Thank you for giggling with us. Leave a review. Check out our merch. Keep watching Summer House. Listen to Burning in Hell. What else?
That's it. I gotta go to brunch.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Wash
babe.
my face.
Tell them all that you were doing serious journalism, and that's why you were late.
Adios, guys.
Bye.